All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Akiba Harris, and I'm an Executive District Manager and Independent Consultant with Arbonne International. And I am very excited to share with y'all this evening about Arbonne. And tonight I'm actually going to be joined with Deborah Martin, who is my partner in Arbonne as well as a friend, and she's actually someone who I never would have even met had it not have been for Arbonne. So I'm very blessed for that. So I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself. Now, first of all, I probably would be the least likely person to do a business like this. First of all, I was very shy. I used to be an elementary school teacher, and I could talk to a room full of first graders all day. But when it came to talking to a few adults for a few minutes, it made me very uncomfortable. Also, I didn't have a lot of time to commit to something extra because my life was and is very busy. I'm married. I have 2 children who are involved in different activities. I have a full-time job. I'm the youth director of my church, and the list goes on. But probably the biggest reason that I would have never imagined myself to be part of a network marketing company is that I am not at all a salesperson. I don't even like doing my children's fundraisers. I mean, the only way someone usually knows my kids are selling something is they'll come in my office and happen to see a brochure that I have laid out on my desk. So that's kind of the extent of it. I really don't like sales at all. So if you can relate to any of those things that I just mentioned, you really still can be successful with Arbonne. I always tell people that if I can do it, anyone can do it. So I guess you say, if I had those reservations, why did I start doing Arbonne? And the thing is, the fear of remaining the same and not being able to move forward and staying in the same rut became greater than my fear of stepping out of my comfort zone. Before I started with Arbonne, I was actually posed this question. They asked me, if you were to keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? And I had to be honest with myself. I really did not like the answer to that question. I mean, I wanted to have more options for my children, more options for my family, and I knew that if I remained on the path that I was on, I wouldn't have those options. So I made the decision to jump in. And I was actually pleasantly surprised because I was able to build Arbonne within the nooks and crannies of my life. And I actually did not have to be a salesperson. I was actually able to get paid for doing things that I was already doing even before Arbonne. And actually, Deborah's going to share with you a little bit more about that later. And then also, thanks to Arbonne's culture and the personal development that they provide, I was also able to not be as shy. So I'm not as shy as I used to be, hence why I'm able to do this call today with you all. But enough about me. I'm actually going to share a little bit about Arbonne's company and the products. And then Deborah's going to share about the business model and the income opportunity. So Arbonne is a 36-year-old health and wellness company with botanically based products that are vegan. And we have vegan and botanically based beauty, skincare, and nutrition products. Now, currently, Arbonne is in the United States, Canada, Australia, the UK, New Zealand, and Poland. And I'm very excited because we're actually moving into the Asian market in November. We're actually going to be moving into Taiwan. So this is an awesome time, really, to get involved with Arbonne because we're globalizing. Now, Peter Mork is actually Arbonne's founder. He was a Norwegian botanist who had a vision to create a better, safer products for his family and others. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about Arbonne's products. Now, we have over 325 products, everything from hair care, skin care, detox, nutrition, makeup, baby care, you name it, we have it as far as personal care and nutrition. We say that we can take you from the basket all the way up to the casket. So we really do have something for everyone. Now, in order to receive Arbonne's stamp of approval, everything has to be pure, safe, and beneficial. The products are formulated to Swiss standards. Now, in Europe, over 1,300 chemicals have been banned. Now, out of those, how many do you think have been banned in the United States? Less than 12. So in Europe, over 1,300. In the United States, less than 12. You do the math. Now, with Arbonne, we're not going to have any of those potentially harmful chemicals in our products. The products are botanically based. They use the best of nature plus the safest of science. Now, Arbonne is vegan certified, non-GMO, gluten-free, and contains no animal products or byproducts. It's also free of parabens, which are linked to breast cancer. It contains no mineral oil or petroleum products or other hormone disrupting chemicals, which are what those things are. Now, mineral oil is a cheap filler, and companies use them in their personal care products so that they don't have to fill the product with more of the active ingredients. Now, the problem with that is that it doesn't allow the good things to go into your body or the toxins to be released from your body, because that mineral oil or petroleum just sits on top of your skin. Now, I challenge you, once we get off this call, to take a look in your cabinets, to take a look at your different products and see, most of the time, one of the top 3 ingredients is going to be mineral oil or petroleum. Now, we have consumable products for the whole family. Now, I could tell you numerous stories about how Arbonne has personally helped my family. For example, over 2 years ago, I was able to lose 21 pounds within 7 weeks using Arbonne's nutrition products, and I've been able to maintain a healthy weight ever since then. My husband, who loves to exercise, has been able to use our vegan protein shakes to gain muscle. The hair products have helped my daughter. When she was younger, she had dry patches in her scalp. It removed that. With my son, I'm able to make sure that he's getting his proper nutrients, because he's a very picky eater. So I'm able to help make sure he gets his proper nutrients, because he loves the vitamins as well as our protein shakes. And also my godson, he was able to get rid of his eczema when he was younger using our baby care line. So I really could go on with so many more testimonies, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Deborah, who's going to share with you about our business model as well as our income opportunity. Deborah.
Thank you, Akiba, for talking about our products. Before I get into that, I just want to share a little bit about me. Like she said, my name is Deborah, and I'm actually from Canton, Ohio. And as Akiba said, I never would have met her if it had not been for Arbonne. So I am grateful to God for that. But I live in Canton. I am the mother of 4 grown children, as well as 6 grandchildren, ranging in age from 2 to 8 years of age. And one of my reasons for choosing Arbonne and doing this as a business is because they all live in other places, and I don't see them nearly enough. So one of my goals is to be able to go see them whenever I want to, but also to be able to provide some things for them that I was not able to provide for my own children. I'm also a pastor's wife, so I have a busy life, and as Akiva said, I also work full time. So I am able to work this business in between, all of that, and still make it happen. And I love it. And I will tell you, I got introduced to Arbonne probably about 8 years ago initially. Somebody introduced me to the skincare, the anti-aging line, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And from there, I started using it. I basically signed up just to get the discount at that point. And I kept using the products. And over the years, I started looking at some other things with Arbonne and looking at the nutritional products, and realized that I needed to do some other things. So one of the things I did was I started using the nutritional line, and I was able to lose over 35 pounds. And I've been able to maintain it over the last 2 years, which also caused me to be able to come off of my high blood pressure medicine. And last time I went to the doctor about a month ago, my blood pressure was 118 over 70 something. I can't remember what it was. So I have not had to go back on, and I've also been able to maintain all of my weight. So why Arbonne? Well, I will tell you, when I first got introduced to it, I wasn't thinking about doing it as a business like Akiva. I am not a salesperson, but I do recommend things to people, like a good book, a good movie, or whatever. I have it's real easy to do that. So people started asking me, Deborah, what are you doing to lose your weight? So I started talking about it. So how does that fit into Arbonne? Because basically that is network marketing. We are able to share what we're using, and you basically get paid from that. And I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. But with the network marketing, we basically cut out the middleman, because in the normal retail, you go from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the store, the retail store, then to the consumer. But with network marketing, we go straight basically from the manufacturer right to the consumer. And we're like the middleman, but we don't stock any products. We don't have to, I have a room in my house that has all the products in the house. Basically, it goes from the um, manufacturer right to your house. So if you order in something. So we are, like I said, a network marketing company. We have everything from personal products. My whole house is basically Arbonne, my toothpaste, my deodorant, my makeup, my cosmetics, all the things that Keeper talked about, and we know all of them are safe. Matter of fact, even if I schedule to have a massage done, I will take my products with me and say, hey, I know what's in my products, so use my products. We are a mobile and a global, we're getting that actually going global, because as Akiva said, we are in a few markets right now, but we are headed to be in several more. And why do I say we are a mobile company? Because you can run this company from your cell phone. If you have a smartphone, you can do everything you can with this business from your smartphone, which means you can do it from wherever you are, whenever it is, and whatever time it is. Right now, we are in the top 20 network marketing companies in the United States. And the strange thing about that is, Akiva was talking about what countries we're in. We are in the top 20, and we are only in 5 countries. So this is a great opportunity to jump in and get involved with the company and, basically grow with the company. So with that, you end up having a residual income. And what is residual income? That means I can work right now, go to sleep tonight, and still earn money while I'm asleep. So that means I don't have to work 24 hours a day, in order to do that. I don't have to work 8 hours a day in order to earn that money because of the way it works with network marketing. So basically all we do is we teach people, and what we do is we stop, we start, and we share. We stop buying basically inferior products, that I would call it, in the retail stores, and basically start buying from your own self. And then you teach other people to do the same thing. You ask them to stop buying from the store and to buy from you. And then you share with other people what you're using and why you're using it and all of that. Last year, Arbonne Arbonne actually allowed their consultants to earn trips. I did not get a chance to earn that trip, but there's a week-long trip in the Atlantis this year that I will miss. But you know what? Next year, I will plan to be wherever the trip is. So how do you get involved with Arbonne? There are basically 4 ways that you can get involved. One is you can just connect with it and say, you know what? I want to be a client. Client means that you pay full retail price of all of the products. And I will honestly tell you, friends don't allow friends to pay retail. So I don't recommend anybody to do that. The second way you can do it is to become a client, what we call a preferred client. That means you pay $20 and you get a minimum of a 20% discount for a whole year. And when I say minimum, because there are so many other ways that you can get more discounts than 20%, and so many rewards that comes with it. The third way is you can become the fourth way is you can become a independent consultant like Akiva and I are. That means that you get a minimum of 35% discount, but you also get a chance to earn money off of the products that you buy for yourself and the products that other people buy from you. And you get a chance to share this business across the world with all of these different countries and be able to help other people to achieve their goals. Because if you're like me, there are dreams and goals that you want to accomplish. And I will tell you, when I first thought about doing this business, there was dreams I wanted, but I felt like I was too old to start doing the business. Because believe it or not, I will be 60 in about 2 months. And when I thought about doing this business, I kept saying to myself, Deborah, you're too old to be starting a business. And then God put me in a situation where he introduced me to some people who were even a lot older than me who had just started the business. So, I convinced myself I'm never too old to start something new, because if I knew now what I knew, if I knew 10 years ago what I know now, I would have been doing this years ago, but I didn't. So now it's better to start now than never. So Why now? Because if you get involved now, there are 4 ways, well, there are different levels of management with Arbonne. One is you come in as a consultant, and then from there you get promoted to district manager, which is what I am, and Akiba is executive district manager. And with that position, you basically make between $200 to about $1,000 to $1,500 a month, depending on how much time you're willing to put in it. And most of us only put in 10 to 15 hours per week, no matter what level they are. But it depends on how much you really want to work it. So that is one way to get paid. The second level is area manager. And that one is you average about $1,000 to about $3,500 per month in income. The great thing about the area manager is that at that point, your income is willable. That means that if something happened to you, your income and any income that you would have been getting will be willed to whoever you put into your will for that to come, for them to get it. The next level is regional vice president. And this is basically where you earn between $5,000 to $8,000 and $9,000. Actually, there's no cap to it. Average about $8,000 per month. And you also get to drive a white Mercedes that Arbonne will pay for. They will give you $800 a month for you to go pick out whichever Mercedes you want, as long as it's white, and they will pay for that. And the top level is national vice president. And with that one, you also get a chance to drive a white Mercedes, and they give you $1,000 per month. But the average income is about $21,000 per month. And there is no ceiling on that. So there's no max. You know, you can't get to the point where you say, this is all I can make, because there is no max to it. So basically, all we ask you to do is to, take a look at it and ask yourself, as Akiba said, she started looking at her life and wondering, what will I be doing in 5 years? My husband always says that he likes to use that quote about being insanity, about if you keep doing the same thing you've been doing, what do you call that? Basically, you're insane. And I found myself doing the same thing. I realized that if I kept doing what I was doing, that, things would not change. So I wanted things to change. So I started and added this to my life. One of the things I like to say is that Arbonne doesn't have to be your passion, but it can be your vehicle to achieve your passion. And it's a great vehicle to become a part of. And then you can get healthy in the process by using the products and talking to other people about the products. And it's just a great business to be a part of. You can earn a living. You don't have to just earn a living. You can actually design your life to be able to do whatever you want to do. There are individuals in Arbonne that I look up to who are living a dream life. And that is what I think Akiba and I both are looking forward to doing at some point. So we just asked you to think about changing your brand, changing your life. And because of those 3 ways, those 4 different levels that you can get into with Arbonne, and the 3 ways of being in it, the host, the preferred clients, or the independent consultant, my question to you is, where do you see yourself? 1, do you see yourself as somebody who says, you know what, I would just like to host one of the presentations and maybe earn some free products and get some discounted products? Or maybe you say, I want to be a client. And again, like I said before, we don't want you to be a retail client and pay full price. So we always recommend becoming that preferred client. And the third way is you may say, you know what, there's something here and I want to hear more about this, and I want to talk to someone. And I might want to become an independent consultant. So our recommendation is for you to get back with the person who invited you to this call and let them know whether you are 1, a 2, or 3. And they will be able to answer all of the questions that you may have. Akiba, do you want to add anything else?
Thank you, Deborah. That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. The only thing I will add is the cost. If you do want to become an independent consultant, is just $79. Just $79 to start your business. And that's a one-time fee. So it's $79 for the first full year, and then about $30 to renew each year after that. Really $15, because they give you a $15 voucher each year as well. But yeah, as Deborah said, I would just recommend getting back with the person that invited you to this call and just letting them know, what level you are, where you want to get started, and they'll be more than happy to start with you at whatever level you are. And we'd love to work with you in the future as well, and hope to see you all soon. So thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We hope that you have a great evening, and we wish you well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.